Good evening from Circuit of the Americas for another round of GT4 Tuesday. It's a wet one tonight, and as always, joined by Tux. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, mate. Good to be back on a GT4 race. Has been a while, even though I've got the biggest grid, but hopefully everyone continues, and 15 will be an okay number as long as we don't lose people throughout the race.
Yeah, agreed. Tough race this one though. I think it's a tough track anyway.
Very tough. But you know, there's opportunity there as well.
I think so as well. I think so as well because the bit smaller grid, some of the real quick guys aren't about. So I think this presents an opportunity for Kinsey, Thomas, Gillies, Armstrong.
Yeah, Broom's been quite quick in practice, not doing quality by its things, but
is the Alpina wet weather car? It used to be. It used to have that reputation, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think it's relatively decent here. I think Broom said he's quite happy with it. I don't know what Lane would do if he came in. I think he's having connection issues, so I don't know if he's going to be racing tonight. Doesn't look like it if he's not here now. Armstrong's in P7.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Thomas has just gone P1 in the Porsche.
Oh yeah, Go Thomas.
He was saying I think he was saying the other day when he his first podium, and then he got another one last week. At Monza, he got his first podium in Southwest Sim Racing, I think, and then he got one again last week at Alton Park. He must not have had a GT4 podium then, so this could be a chance for his first GT4 podium, maybe even a win.
Imagine a pole position. I think also, I think he mentioned, I don't know whether it was in general Discord or whether he messaged me, but I think he'd actually put a little bit of practice in and had been enjoying himself, and that spurred him on a little bit more.
Yeah, he said that he actually quite likes COTA, unlike a lot of people, so yeah.
Controversially, I quite like it as well.
It's very technical, but yeah, I don't mind it.
I think
the stadium section is a bit Mickey Mouse, but at the end of the lap, but there's challenging corners.
Yeah, is it? I think there's about three good overtaking opportunities here.
I think in the wet there's probably going to be more than that, but yeah.
Oh, I'm just watching Thomas get bitten by the Porsche, just cutting out his skunky. You can see how much. I'm assuming this is by design, but how much he's sliding it about.
Yeah, I think he's found. It's like Lane tried to join, but it got kicked him out again. So he's having that connection problem.
Oh, it looks shown as an Aston on the timing, but he's actually in a Ginetta.
Yeah, he must have changed.
And it looks pretty planted. It doesn't look as slidey about as. It looks a bit understeery there. He seems to miss quite a lot of apexes, but it looks quick. Kinsey and Porsche. Porsches are always quick in this.
Yeah, he's on a valid lap as well, so you might want to keep an eye on that time.
Keep an eye on it. I just always think the Porsche can bite you in this weather.
It seems to have got better since the big kind of bot update.
Neil in the chat agreeing, nothing wrong with COTA. Kinsey coming into the last corner. Turned in. He uses a lot of curbs, so maybe there's grip on the curbs.
It's pretty much identical time to what he's done before, I think. So no improvement, but almost got another chance.
Hickman in a Ginetta as well. Where's Gillies? I'm taking it he's in the pits, just make sure is that. I tell you what, the
got
McLaren.
Goldie's.
I watch a bit Goldie. The McLaren drivers, this will be horrible for them. Had this been dry,
Yeah.
they would have been on a different level. But
Well, do you know if you remember the team battle here? And McLaren was mega on that back straight, but it struggled even in the dry on certain braking zones on this track. I don't know if you remember. It was Conor Beer and what was he called? Syme had a massive battle, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's a bit of rubbing and all sorts of things in that.
I think Syme could get on the back of Conor Beer, but couldn't get by him.
Then the McLaren on that back straight was just kind of a mega, and but the brakes were causing issues at times. But yeah, in the wet, it's not that great in the wet. It used to be a lot better in the wet, but it's probably better than it's not in terms of leveling out the cars a bit.
It's hard to see, but just watching Shug there, even must be having to run quite a high traction control in it as well. It just seems to up lanes in. It just seems to bog down on all the slow corners.
Yeah, lane's been in and out a bit. I don't know if he's holding connection there. It seems to be kicking him out. But yeah, I think Goldie improved there.
Luke goes quicker by half a second. I just noticed that. That Goldie does improve. Here we go. So time's out. So next to do a lap will be track wear. Well off the pace.
He's learning the wheel, isn't he? He's a wet race in the wheel as well.
And he's learning that you don't quite get the grip that.
No.
Because was that not another part of it? You still be controller users
well,
just to have a bit of
I don't know. Depends what assist they've got on, but yeah, the controller had a bit of a advantage in the wet if you ran certain settings.
Tell you what, the Aston's usually quite good in the wet, but he's going to need to maybe tweak that setup for the race because he appears to turn in with oversteer, then just understeer from the apex. That'd be horrible to be driving. Anyway, he's going to bring us round. He's going to set a time. Says we sound good. Here comes track wear. Charging down the line. And he's just he just stops and decides it's not for him. Next up, Privet. In the McLaren.
Yeah, looks like Lane can't get a stable connection. He's left again. Don't know why that happens. It happened to me for Bathurst as well. Then it suddenly sorted itself out.
Yeah, I think do you not have to. Is there not some Privet? So nobody bothers setting a lap at the end. Everyone just understeers and decides I've had enough.
The line is quite early on that straight though, isn't it? You don't have to go all the way to the...
Oh, maybe that's what was going on there. I was going to say, I think there's a way of clearing cached memory on the Xbox that sometimes resolves that issue.
Yeah, I tried that.
Did that not work either?
No.
So what we have there is Luke takes pole, 22-2, then Thomas second, Skunky third, Kinsey fourth, Jones fifth, Hickman sixth, and Gillies, Goldie, Armstrong Sexton, Zielikowski, Trackwear, Privet, Broom, Barcher, and shows his lane 16th, whether or not he manages to join. Let's see. Steve saying, oh, this is going to be dull. I'm going to suggest, Steve, because you made that statement, it'll be anything but dull for yourself.
To be fair, the top five look like they might be in a different league, and then the rest of the grid.
Watch out for curbs and exit, and remember to brake early.
I think we're just expecting this to rain all the way through. We've not got any surprises in there.
It's just consistent, stable rain, staying at the same level. But the cars will obviously shift some of it, and just that can change the track conditions a little bit.
one thing that will work in the favour. Track limits can be a bit of a nightmare here, but a little bit extra leeway with the rain will do them no harm at all. And the curbs didn't look that
With the
bad.
track
Yeah, same track limits. Yeah,
yeah, sorry, it's breaking up a little bit.
the stadium section's usually quite tight on track limits, but with this weather they'll be able to push the boundaries a little bit.
Will be a tough first corner. It's very, it's like a funnel, isn't it? It just goes from wide to really not much room at all. So there's no real point for anyone to do anything too crazy here. There's going to be plenty of opportunity in this race.
Let's take a different approach. Let's suggest that somebody like Hickman or Gillies should just send it and see what
30
happens.
seconds.
Oh, I'm joking, obviously. Please do not send it. Lane's
20
showing back
seconds.
in the server and on the track, and the car looked like it bounced down. So, oh god, look at its ping though.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to
10
hold,
seconds.
but we'll see. Trying, to be fair to him. He's come in about 6 or 7 times.
Ping's starting to settle, and he's out.
Not his night.
Not his night. There we go. Luke reads us off. I'm not sure what to expect here. I expect the Porsches to be quick, but to catch people out maybe, and then Skunky and the Merc
think
and
they
Jones look quick,
keep-
but they were sliding it everywhere,
Yeah,
so I
it's
don't know
gonna
if
be-
you
it's
can
gonna
do
be
that for
mistakes.
50 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be mistakes.
Out of all the cars we watched, the Ginetta I think looked the best race car in terms of it. It just looked a bit more planted than everything else. So,
No pressure on Gillies.
and Hickman, and
Luke.
oh
Pole
look,
sitter,
yeah,
isn't it?
pole sitter. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was looking at that saying it's an Aston, but yeah, there we go. I think it looked quite. Just think it looked like the Ginetta didn't have any surprises in it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put
No, I
that
think
to-
just got to keep your nose clean here. I think it's going to be a bit of an experimental race, seeing what no one does many wet races here, especially in GT4. So if it's not the best for it, then it's fine. We just we know that for future. But there's points, plenty on points on offer for everyone. So it's just
I'm going to go with
taking advantage of that. Nothing.
I'm going to go with a Ginetta 1, 2, 3.
Oof.
That would be
Get
something.
good odds.
Wouldn't it? They would get great odds on that.
It'd be Gillies' first Intercon podium, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah, yeah.
It's
Interesting
had
to
many
see.
a heartbreaking story over the seasons.
Yeah, he'll always refer us back to Spa.
There was another one at Barcelona when I think he was a few laps away, and someone tapped him from the back. He's had a few where he's had it and then it's got taken away from him.
Maybe it's just not meant to be. Maybe he is that guy. Eddie Irvine of... Was it Schumacher's old partner that just couldn't get it together?
Yeah, but he got plenty of podiums, didn't he?
It's a challenge. Let's think of somebody who doesn't get podiums. Grosjean.
What, in Formula 1?
He's
And
a Yorkshire.
Latifi.
He's Latifi. He's Yorkshire's Latifi. I wonder if he's listening. Here we go, we just come up to the last corner anyway. Luke leading us round ahead of Thomas, Skunky, Kinsey, Jones, Hickman, Gillies, Goldie, Armstrong, Sexton. That's our top 10. Then we have Zielkowski, Tranquil, Privet, Broom, Barcher. Interesting to see how everyone gets.
Pray for turn 1.
Yeah, pray for turn 1.
Get through the first sector, then
the drive everyone
you
gets.
You've then got like the fast like S's section, haven't you? So tricky first sector in the wet.
Green light.
And we're away. And Luke gets a decent drive. So it seems quite sensible so far, all quite spaced out. Through this is the tricky one, the right-hander here, because you do get a run at people down here. You just need to be a bit sensible. But so Skunky jumps Thomas into second, but Luke leads us away.
Yeah, where's Kinsey? He's lost a few places behind Gillies.
Yeah, I think Kinsey found himself on the outside of T1.
Okay.
And then on the outside of that right-hander as well, so just kind of got bullied out of the way, I think, or whether he decided it was better to just avoid people. But it's coming straight back at Hickman.
Hickman's gone deep. Sorry, I got Hickman and Gillies mixed up. Gillies is behind Kinsey.
Yeah, Gillies might take advantage of it.
Gillies used to have a livery like that Hickman one, that's where he...
Is Gillies going to get a drag off of Kinsey here to go by Hickman?
Same car, aren't they? Hickman and Gillies. Got the inside.
He's got the inside. It's a good place to overtake here. You can just sort of block pass. There he goes, gets the job done. Hickman a bit ragged on cold brakes. Oh, then Gillies now trying to go round the outside of Kinsey. The Ginetta just seems... I'm going to say it, the Ginetta is very well suited to this weather right now.
You got Hickman and Gillies almost fighting over the same piece of Ginetta track is only the thing that's helping Kinsey here, I think.
Yeah, Hickman gets back past him, that is...
Oh,
Hickman, classic Hickman. It's like the Top Gear test track, just launches it and then big opposite lock, and he goes wide again. Gilly's going to get a run on him now.
Jones got a run on Thomas. No, thought that he is closer, but not quite enough.
We'll go back to Gillies and Hickman. So Gillies going to put it down the inside. It should get it done. Or gets it done well before.
Oh, Hickman's trying to come up. Couldn't though.
Yeah, it catches the curb and just loses a bit of momentum. Yeah. You can see the Ginetta boys here, though. They're able to just pick different lines. So that would suggest it's well set up as Gillies slides it.
Just further down the grid, we've got Trackware putting the pressure on Sexton.
Let's have a look at
He's
that.
got Goldie in front of him. Two McLarens kind of struggling. Pace, yeah. I think. Armstrong was behind Goldie and he got past, and I don't know where Broom is. Broom has he made?
Broom's 13th at the moment.
Yeah. Trackware's maybe found a bit of confidence since quali, is he?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sexton's made a move off Goldie.
I just caught that. Yeah, just put it down the inside. Goldie's going to try and fight him back, but find himself on the outside. This is a great drag race.
Goldie's on the inside.
Oh, it's Goldie on the it is Goldie on the inside.
On the back.
It's a great drag race down this.
Oh, Thomas has got past. Sorry, Thomas has dropped behind Jones.
And then Sexton. Oh! Sexton lost it on the exit of the corner, and then Goldie sort of just bumped into him. There was nothing, he lost it, and then Goldie caught the front of his car, so
Goldie's recovering. That's not what he needed, but looks like it's drivable still.
And Gillies is past Kinsey.
Yeah, Gillies is hunting that podium. He's catching now the
He's
battle
flying
between
and
Thomas
he's
and
catching
Jones.
Thomas and Jones, yeah.
We've also got a pit phase to go through in this race, so be interested to see who pits when.
I think with the wet tyres.
Armstrong's just put the quickest lap of the race in.
Wow. On a couple of laps in as well, so it's not like an anomaly lap either. It's a legit. And then Gillies is now
He's
right
got a
on
bit
the
of
back.
space, I think.
Gillies is on the back of Thomas now. He's a man possessed.
Said, "Oh, this is going to be dull." Is
This
he
is-
doing the
this is-
reverse jinx?
Oh, is that what he was? Is that what he was doing?
Where's Hickman? He's right on the back of that as well, isn't
He's
he?
right on the back of it.
Armstrong's running that as well. Armstrong
Armstrong's
might fancy a
actually
podium here.
Pulling onto this as well, yeah, as they start to battle.
Wonder how long has anyone tested how long these tyres are optimum in the wet? Whether you need to cut the race in half or you can pit a bit earlier. Because if you're in traffic, you might.
Yeah.
Hickman made a move on somebody, innit?
Hickman made a move on Kinsey, but Kinsey shut the
Kinsey.
door on him,
Yeah.
and then that he
Armstrong's
lost
right there
momentum
now.
and it let Armstrong get a run at him.
Armstrong's got the inside, just needs to pick his braking point.
Kinsey's lost it under braking.
Oh, no.
He locked the rear under braking. So Kinsey's got a lot of work to do there. I just happened to catch that there. He locked the rear wheels going just as he first hit the brakes.
Armstrong's now up to P6.
So Armstrong is P6, Hickman 7th, and then Gillies is trying to put a move on Thomas.
James has scarpered a little bit. Thomas has held up Gillies.
We're going to have to
It's interesting, the
rethink this
Porsche guys
Latifi
seem to be
comment.
doing really well in quali, but they're just struggling for consistency in the race.
I'm going to suggest I called this that the Ginetta was the car for the race.
You said all Jeanette podium, there's a bit, a bit to go for that,
yeah.
but it's looking good.
Come on, Hickman. I think just when you start...
Kinsey's pitted.
I think he damaged the car. I've seen Gillies is so much later on the brakes than Thomas. I don't know whether Thomas is just being cautious or there's such a huge difference, but Gillies was about 4 car lengths behind at the braking zone, and then if he wanted to, probably could have sent one. Armstrong's now right on the back.
Has Kinsey stopped in the pit box, or is he just on the apron on your screen?
He's sitting on the apron on my screen, but I'm assuming he's in the pit box. Let's keep an eye on that. Armstrong's now up to Gillies'.
Yeah, Armstrong's
Kinsey's
just
gone
they're all going to be
green,
excited
so
for a
he's
podium
rolling again.
opportunity, aren't they?
And then Armstrong goes
Oh,
deep.
Armstrong's gone a bit deep. He's just kept it on track. Gillies was getting out of the spray, it seems.
Yeah, I was going to say, although it's still raining, it's actually brighter. I can see blue sky. Oh, here goes Gillies. Just as I say, under braking. Oh, it bounces it over the curb. It's giving Thomas something to think about, but that's given Armstrong an opportunity as well. So Luke's still leading, then Skunky, Jones, then it's this Thomas, Gillies, Armstrong. I will say Hickman's in this battle, he's hanging on there. And got a little bit of space to track where then Zielikowski Broom.
Goldie's going for a move on Sexton. Got it done.
Got it done, Goldie. Oh, so he hasn't pitted. I thought he might have pitted, so that he's actually had an incident with Sexton, recovered it and got back ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Kinsey's been in the pits and just finds himself in no man's land
Yeah,
on the
he's
track.
just
So
he's going to come back into it if he can just find some pace and some rhythm, some consistency. We know people can lose big chunks of time in the pits, can't we? And also get penalties in the pits. Gilly's having to defend from Armstrong on that one. Oh, he's gone a bit deep, hasn't he? No, he's alright.
What seems to be happening here is Thomas is now getting a bit reprieve as Gillies worries about Armstrong.
Tactically, whether it's worth just not fighting with Armstrong too much and leave that for later in the race and let them. They can both attack Thomas, but I don't know whether that's the right thing to do or not.
Is it?
Bit scruffy from Armstrong there, though, in the S's.
Did I say these tyres and Hickman seems to be catching back up again? Armstrong's he's overdriving it now. I wonder if the tyres would last 40 minutes, I think, in the wet.
7 seconds now from Jones to Thomas, and they were pretty close not that long ago, weren't they?
Yeah. So Jones has got pace. The Merc's got a bit of pace. It's just a bit slippery. Is it worth just pitting and coming out
Yeah,
around Kinsey and then getting 20 minutes of hot lapping and just seeing what happens?
Potentially it is, but we know that Gillies doesn't usually like to pit early, does he?
No, because he's led every race.
He's going for a move on Thomas. I don't know, the camera's panned in, I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Thomas
no, he's not got past.
They both slide. It's going to let Armstrong get a go. Gillies got a big slide there.
But yeah, they're probably losing time to Kinsey now because they're having to defend and all sorts of things.
Yeah, well, you can. Apart from Thomas, he seems to be hitting his marks here. Everyone else appears to be overdriving it at times.
Yeah.
And whilst it doesn't feel like it in the moment,
I think if I was Armstrong, I might put it in the pits.
Yeah, well, Armstrong's got pace, but then just every lap there's a mistake on one corner where he's a bit late, goes a bit deep.
Yeah, but I think if he could get out on your own for 5 laps,
he probably loses half a second just with getting caught with these guys.
Gillies going for a move at turn 1.
Gillies going to get it done. Armstrong's going to have a look as well.
He's gone deep though.
Oh, Gillies goes deep.
So's Thomas.
Thomas.
Armstrong might go move.
So Gillies is going to hold it, but the loser there is Thomas. Good racing. Just lets Hickman get back in on the action again. Zielikowski, we'll just have a quick look at this. He's right on track where now. Half a second off him. And then it just seemed, I think I just seen Zielikowski go past Armstrong.
Armstrong span.
Oh, did he? I seen him off an apron somewhere.
Don't he pitted the lap before? Oh, he's down 10th or 11th.
Puts Gillies to 4th. So Gillies got a bit of room now.
They pulled away from Thomas a lot, haven't they?
Is that Hickman past Thomas as well?
Yeah. Maybe Thomas and Armstrong had a little thing, because I don't know what happened to Armstrong.
Yeah. Armstrong's car.
Gillies now 10 seconds off the podium, gets his head down, you never know, something might happen to one of the top 3. But that could be his exciting phase of the race over. But
yeah, must have had some excitement. Just trying to look at the cars. It looks like Thomas's car doesn't look like it's carrying damage. Neither did Armstrong, so I'm not sure what's happened there. If there's been a touch, it's been light.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be much, just spin your
Track
track
wear,
wears in the pits.
pitting, yeah. That's a dream
Yeah, it
for
doesn't have to be big
Zielikowski.
contact here, doesn't it? Yeah. Just a bit of side to side, and you can end up spinning easily, can't you, in these conditions? Thomas is in the pits as well.
Oh yeah, and Broom.
And Broom.
Must be tactical.
So where's Kinsey? In the stadium section at the moment.
Oh yeah, we could see where he comes out in relation to
Still
them.
got a fair bit to go. Still got a fair bit to go, to be honest with you, in the wet.
Everyone's all a bit spaced out, so let's just have a look at guys. Let's have a look, see what it looks like at the head of the race.
Maybe you could do a bit of onboard if you want to.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it?
Get a bit more of a look at their steering wheel movements.
Who do we want to do though? I know who we want to have a watch of. Come on.
Kinsey's coming into the last corner now. Oh, no, sorry, first corner now, and I think he's ahead of all the guys that have just pitted. Yeah, Thomas has just come out of the pit lane, so Kinsey's well ahead of Thomas. So interesting.
So interesting.
Gained a lot of time in the phase.
Oh, is Hickman on the controller?
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm watching him, and you can see the movements. I thought,
Yeah,
let's watch what
It's not the
Mr.
best
Sideways looks like. But that's not the best one. So let's pick Gillies.
Maybe I'll look at Luke, see how he's the quickest man on track.
Just pick Luke up, and he's just starting a lap. Let's see what it looks like. So lapping about a second off pole time, so well within himself.
Broom has jumped Thomas in the pits there as well, so I don't know what happened to Thomas there.
Maybe because Thomas had damage and had to fix.
Didn't look, well, we just said, didn't we, before, it didn't look like he had damage, but...
God, of me suggesting the Ginetta was the car with no surprises in it. 4 corners for Luke, and he's caught it twice now. You don't have to get out the throttle mid-corner and things with it as well.
Sounds like Trackware's had some pit gremlins, hasn't registered as a stop, did he say? I think he might have left.
Oh.
Still, there's some points there, mate, if you had the patience to see it out. I know it's just driving around your own for half an hour, but you won't get any if you, at the moment, because we're not even at halfway.
So yeah, Luke's putting the effort in here. This isn't just a straightforward drive.
So you got 3 seconds, 3.5 to Skunky.
3.5 over Skunky, yeah.
To be fair, in a pit phase, you know, that can go, so I wouldn't say the win's in his hands until he's got that pit stop cleanly done.
I wish with the view here I could see what traction control he's using. He's driving it like he's got it quite low so he can use the throttle to turn it. It's a little degree of skill on display here. It's the curbs. Every time the Ginetta rides the curb, it tries to go. There you go, there's a lap with a leader.
I'm guessing they're not getting track warnings though, so at least they're not getting the drive-throughs.
True.
Jones is in the pits.
Just cut to room in an Alpine. Let's see. It's chasing Zilakowski. The Alpine seems all very... This doesn't seem as frantic as the Jetta when you're on board.
Maybe he's not pushing it as hard as Luke is, I don't know.
Feels like his TC's maybe up a bit here as well. It's just not quite as punchy under the throttle. Not that I've got any experience of the Alpine, it's just... He seems to have gone for safe. Armstrong in an Alpine. Definitely he's got lower traction control setting. This is a bit livelier for him.
Yeah, we saw he had pace, but then he had a spin as well, didn't he? So I guess that's the trade-off you have sometimes in these conditions.
I wonder if Neil's got any buttons configured so he could knock that TC down a bit if he needed to push.
Trying to see how far Kinsey behind Jones is. I wonder if Kinsey might be battling with Gillies again later in the race after Gillies pits.
So let's have a look. Kinsey has
16 seconds behind Jones. I think Gillies was about 13 seconds before the pit behind. So looks like Gillies going to need to get a good pit stop to get out ahead of Kinsey. Might be worth pitting now if he knew that, but. Yeah, no worries. I did say, didn't I, it's going to be a learning curve. You almost had to throw the season out when you change from controller to wheel mid-season, but then it will give you a head start for when you race next season. So trade-off, isn't it? You want to get on that wheel straight away when you got it.
Yeah, could you imagine how difficult it would be for changing input device? Imagine going from wheel to controller.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the oh my god, what have I done? It's probably the same. Just flick to Jones.
It's not natural on the controller, is it?
Yeah, flick to Jones there, and he's lapping well, but I did just happen to notice on one of the angles the bonnet's flapping.
Hey, yeah, I think he had that damage right at the start of the race.
Oh, did he?
Hasn't it too much?
It's not affected him.
Well, he might think he'd be second or first maybe without it, but he was still P3 when he pitted, wasn't he? So.
He's certainly got the pace.
I know Armstrong was 27 seconds behind Privet. Not quite sure what happened to him. He was flying at one point, wasn't he?
Sexton, is he getting out the way of Jones there? He must be. Has he just come out the pits there? And
He's just pitted and he's lapped down.
And decided this, I'll just get out of the way.
I think him and Shug having that incident put him way behind. And also the McLaren's really hard to drive here in the wet. It's just about collecting points, I think, at this point for the McLarens.
Just watch Skunky around a few corners. Still can't get used to this colour scheme for him, but
Barcher mentioned it's a home race for him.
oh yeah, look at it. Skunky pits. Let's cut to Barcher in another Mercedes. Good shout. There's a home race for him.
I think he was battling Broom before they pitted, so obviously he hasn't pitted yet, so he's just on his own at the moment.
I'm going to say that's a good tactic to be on your own for a bit here.
Skunky nailed the pit stop
Hickman pits as well.
Lico's going to have some work to do. I think Skunky's leading the championship now, and Lico's not here today, so he's going to probably have to win the last 2 races to give himself a chance of winning the championship. I'm not actually sure where we're going to be next week because it's meant to be Valencia, and I don't think that's going to be working by then, so probably going to have to substitute out for another track.
I'm going to suggest Snetterton. You laughed there as if that would drive the numbers even lower.
It's probably the least popular track on the game, I think. Maybe with COTA, I don't know.
I wonder why that is. It has that rep, but apart from the last 2 corners, it's not a bad track.
We haven't been to Misano, and that could be a similar type of track to Valencia. I don't know. We'll have to have a discussion tomorrow in the admin group and see. We're going to test out to see if Valencia works for M2 on Thursday. If it doesn't, we'll put it as brands. And then we'll know if we've got to change it out next week as well. It's a shame it's not available because it's the one new track that we've got to try, and it's
that everyone's paid money for.
Yeah, and G4 don't seem to be in any rush to sort it out.
It's almost like G-Port will just forget that we have to pay for that service.
Yeah, it's a joke really. Need to get Shug to do an angry Scotsman email to him.
I wonder if they could pick up on him being Scottish through email. Still just watching Barcher, who's up in 3rd now. I'm not sure, although he's not pitted, he's technically his 3rd. Not sure if he's ever been this high up before.
I think Jones has got closer to Skunky in that pit phase.
There's 7 seconds off.
I think it's going to update. I think it's going to update with the next point.
It does look a bit closer on the track map than 7 seconds. 5.5 or 5.7.
Yeah. And Gillies still hasn't pitted. Kinsey's got Hickman, but quite close company.
Barcher makes a little mistake there.
So that does seem to say that Gillies going to be somewhere very close to this. Kinsey and Hickman are close.
Yeah, he's going to come out and about there, isn't he? I'm just saying we're watching.
Just ahead of Kinsey, I think, if he nails the pit stop. But
watching Barcher there, and just the way the audio was, under braking, missed a gear change, forced them deep.
Thomas has just overtaken Broome, just missed that one.
Of course, Thomas is a bit out of position here, so we'll keep an eye on that. See if he can chip away at
really
Zolakowski.
I don't know what happened there. Skunky's in the pits again. Huh? Isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Wow, that's a spanner. That's going to put him right back. Has he messed up? What's he messed up there? Has he put dry tyres on? Because we've got no refuelling, have we? So it must be a tyre.
No refuelling, so it's going to be a tyre issue. Has he punctured?
He's put dry tyres on. He must have put dries on.
Oh, he's too good for that. I'm going to say he's punctured. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And say
he's only just pitted though. He didn't puncture them in the first kind of stint when it was like 9-10 laps yet. In 2 laps he's punched them. I don't know. Or one. I don't know how long when he pitted last. If it was that lap before or not, but I think it was. And we said Jones was catching him, and so maybe he put the wrong tyres on. That's my theory.
This throws Gillies towards that podium.
That makes the Gillies podium. Gillies, Kinsey or Hickman have a chance of being on the podium.
Does Skunky have enough to hunt them back down?
No, he'll lose about a minute and a half, I think.
That's going to drop him out around Broome, Goldie. Here we go. So
he's behind. Yeah, he's like 15 seconds behind Broome, or something like that. 10 seconds. I don't know.
The lead's Latifi.
Yeah,
he's got a chance of a podium. He'll probably be unaware of it as well. But
he might want to pit soon, so he comes out in front of Kinsey. I don't know. I'm just going to go and see their last lap times and see who's doing a better pace.
Oh yeah, have a look at
Gilly's just done his personal best.
Oh, wow.
23.9.
So Gilly's going to stay out there. He's pushing it.
And Kinsey's doing pretty much the same pace, 24 flat.
What was, just out of curiosity, what was Skunky, if you'll be able to tell if he
Skunky's
was
pace?
on dry tyres? Just by...
Let me have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look. I was in a different...
Oh, unless he just went out the pits, done the lap and came right back in, then we'd be blissfully unaware.
Yeah, he did. He came out, he pitted, and then came out and pitted again the next lap.
How was Gillies in the lead and Luke second?
Because Luke pitted, but it didn't register. I saw him come in the pits, but it hasn't registered the tyre change. So Gillies is
now
going to be P2. Jones is going to win this race. Gillies is... You could have...
I could have it.
Yeah.
This could happen.
Well, if you actually... Well, Luke might catch Gillies still.
But it doesn't matter.
6
Doesn't
seconds
matter.
behind, neither of them pitted.
It's a Ginetta 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's
Come on.
not, because Jones is going to murk. And he's
I
gonna,
know that,
leading.
but I'm still encouraging Hickman to pick up the pace here.
I don't know what happened to Luke though. He definitely came in the pits, but obviously it didn't register. I think Trackware said he had that as well, so who knows? But you could have Hickman and Gillies on the podium.
Has Luke...
Kinsey's going to have something to say about that.
I just don't think Luke was far enough ahead of Gillies to pit and come out 3 seconds behind him. If he had actually hit his marks and went up on the jacks and changed tyres.
Yeah, maybe he didn't. Maybe...
Has he maybe missed his
Yeah,
box and just drove through?
God knows.
He's coming
He's
in
now
again.
in the pits again.
He's coming in again.
The only thing you can say to that is it's gutting for him to lose a win, but he's not. It's his first race. He's stopped in the pit lane now. No, he's carried on. But at least he's not in the championship hunt, and that's cost him anything, I guess. So.
Yeah, wow. As Thomas has went past Zielikowski, and Broom's now catching Zielikowski. Sorry, and amongst all that we missed that, but apologies. Broom's starting to find a little bit pace. No surprises in the weather or that, so I'm not sure why Broom's just suddenly...
Oh, we've
picked
got
it.
someone in the wall, Privet. Saw a car in the distance there in the wall. I'm sure it was.
Looking
he's gonna
sorry
have to
for
pit
himself in that McLaren.
He's got a long way to go to get to the pits as well. But 17 minutes ago, you might as well just carry on and finish the race. Luke's now registered a pit stop. He's coming out. He's going to be behind
He's trying to
Kinsey
heat the tyres in the
and
pits.
Hickman. He's behind Hickman. So he's going to be a factor in this battle for the podium still.
Do you know what's crazy? Is this is all very exciting. I'm actually nervous for Gillies.
He's got to come and do the pit stop.
He's got to come and do the pit stop and just do it clean. Doesn't need to be crazy fast.
He must know now, seeing Luke behind him with he knows that he's got a good chance at the podium. This is when the nerves start to kick in.
Yeah, Broom still hunting down Zielikowski here.
Yeah.
I was saying as well there that track conditions remain bang on, unchanged all the way through, so unlikely you would do a pit stop and change tyre pressure to find pace, but Broom has done something that he's now a bit quicker. Or has he turned that traction control down? Has he unleashed all that Alpine power? Actually starting to see a proper dry line, not dry line, but drier line form.
Yeah, that's what happens when cars are consistently going around there, and you've got 15 cars. generally you do need to put your pressures down a bit because they'll get a bit hotter than they would in practice with only a few cars. But
are we maybe seeing some of this? I just happened to see that's Thomas and Zielikowski now have come off that dryer line and actually hunted water. Surely not.
Potentially, yeah. Barcher's in the pits. Don't know if he's going to come out. Don't know where he's going to come out, to be honest with you.
I think he's going to come out around about. Just adding all the times up. Ahead of Privet after Armstrong. No, he's going to come out ahead of Armstrong. Between Goldie and Armstrong, I think. Gillies leads us round. However, if he podiums us, I'm sticking with the Leeds Latifi. Even. Barcher coming out the pits now. Who's Barcher coming out?
That's Zielikowski. Zielikowski's coming out the pits, right? So he's going to be near. He was near Broome before the pits, so that was a long time ago. He's going to be just behind Broome, I think. Yeah. They're going to get their speed up. Fresh tyres.
Fresh tyre. Yeah, let's see what he can do. So
Luke's really catching Hickman now. Right on him.
Hickman would do well just to let him go, I think, and try and follow.
Yeah.
All you're going to do is slow yourself down, try to defend.
He's battling with Kinsey, isn't he, really? And maybe Gillies.
Let him pass. Try and stick with him, and then see if Luke can.
Yeah, because he's got detached from Kinsey when he was initially putting the pressure on Kinsey, and he's got detached a little bit now.
There we go. Luke's past him anyway.
When is Gillies going to put this in the pits? He's adding to the tension by leaving it so late.
I know, it's killing me. It's killing me.
If he gets a drive through or something, then he can't moan about not having a podium anymore.
This is true, yeah. It's his own fault.
Oh, Kinsey's gone deep in the stadium section.
He has gone deep. Was he passing Sexton there? Was he passing him?
Potentially. I didn't see the lead up to it. Trackware's saying, "Come on, Steve."
I know. I almost can't look. It's like that kind of critical, a crucial penalty where you want to look, but you desperately don't want to look. I mean, can he win it? If Jones makes that mistake somewhere, can he win it? That's Luke going past Sexton as well, and it's continued pursuit for Kinsey. Hickman's getting dropped by them. Tell you what, Thomas has done well to battle back to 6th, a fair bit off Hickman. Might catch him, and then just behind them, Zielikowski and Broome continue to battle. Barcher's not closing the gap on them, and he's got Skunky catching him. Kelly's. I'm going to watch him because I think he's going to throw it on the pits here.
Okay. Kinsey doesn't need to battle Luke really too. He's battling Gillies really. If he battles with Luke, then he might give Gillies an advantage.
There we go, Gillies coming round second last, penultimate corner. Is he going to pit? No, he stays out.
Tell you what, who else is staying up? Privet stayed out for all that damage. Don't know. Just carrying on with Bonnet flapping around.
He's getting the points in, It's back to Broome. And now Broome just goes deep. It's like Zielikowski's done enough. Broome isn't going to get past, he's now just trying a bit too hard. In the background, We've got Skunky in his pursuit of Barcher for 9th. Luke's right on Kinsey now. Let's just watch this. This is our closest battle, I think.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kinsey will.
Skunky, you might want to switch to Skunky afterwards as well, because he's going to be very much closing on Barcher. Oh, Jeanette's going down the inside. He's got it done.
That's a great move for him. I think Kinsey thought about defending there, then just realised it was pointless. So we cut to Skunky, Mercedes on Mercedes. And Skunky's going down the inside. Barcher maybe outbroke himself there and just left. I think he missed his braking point and then realised he couldn't turn into the gap that was there because there's a black and yellow Mercedes there. So job done. Luke just pulling away from Kinsey there. Gillies. I was going to say must come in.
Goldie's still pounding around just on his own. So's Armstrong, so's Privet and Sexton. They're well off the back, but everyone else is still in a bit of a battle.
Armstrong's got a fair bit of damage. Is that the original damage, or has he had another moment?
Who's that?
Armstrong.
Privet. Oh, Armstrong. I think he's had another one since.
He had another one. There we go. Is Gillies going to come in this time? Gillies is in.
Here we go then.
So he's on the limiter. That's not an issue. Jones is 45
So where is Kinsey?
seconds behind.
It's going to be very close, I think.
It's going to be close. I think he's going to come out behind Luke.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And Kinsey might be ahead of Gillies, maybe.
Yeah.
For the podium battle. But
Let's watch Kinsey as he comes round. I'm just thinking he was 5 seconds ahead of Luke when Luke pitted. Luke's probably been taking a couple of seconds lap out him for 3-4 laps now, so he's going to maybe drop in right on top of Kinsey. Steve still sat there. This will feel like an eternity for him. Kinsey round penultimate corner. Gillies
Thomas
gets going.
Through.
Gillies gets going, so
I think he's going to be behind. I think he's going to be behind Kinsey, I reckon.
he's going to be. There's Luke past. He is going to be behind Kinsey. Kinsey's going to just take him here.
Oh, what? Is he though? They're side by side.
Oh, the drama. No, he's not. Gilly's going to he's going to have to really defend here. Cold tyres in these conditions. So
well, they warm up very quickly though. The wets are quicker than the dries do in the GT4.
Wow.
Holding his nerve here though. It's a nervous lap, that's for sure.
Obviously, as he predicted, a dull lap. This has obviously been all very dull.
Dull race.
Yeah. So this is a
Hickman's not out of the equation either. He's not catch him if they start battling.
Yeah. So Jones got a 20-second lead over Luke. Gillies isn't going to catch Luke. So this is going to be the battle for third. Can Hickman join in? 6 minutes? 4 laps maybe?
Yeah, it's a long lap. Depends when they start it, but 2 minutes, 25 laps, isn't it? So
Gillies
pulling
seems
away a
to be
little bit.
pulling away a little bit.
It's got this the braking zone. It's going to be happy, isn't it?
I think Gillies will be more than happy if every time he hits that back straight he's got 3 car lines like that.
Oh, did I just see Luke? Almost lost it there. I thought maybe it looked worse. It was just had a Gillies and just looked like he was on the edge of grip, but he's okay.
Gillies has opened up half a second on Kinsey here.
say that's a full second, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, it is. So he's
Bit of a battle now behind Zielikowski, 1.3 to Broom. Skunky's joining that as well. So
oh yeah. Laps have really dropped off.
we've had
Skunky.
we've had quite a bit to commentate on, haven't we? Considering it's been a small grid.
Yeah, we had that 5-minute lull as pits were going and people were driving on their own, but it has been a good race. Gilly's just dropping Kinsey now. He's actually kind of hanging on to Luke a little bit.
Oh, he's gone deep. Gilly's he's going to be able to recover that, but Kinsey's going to catch a bit in that little section.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's the classic Scottish phrase, he needs to screw the nut here. Concentrate. Give up on Luke.
I'll keep an eye on Broom, who's now 0.6 behind Zielikowski, and Skunky's there behind him as well. Might want to look at that actually, if there's enough. I don't know if it's happening at the Kinsey or not, but maybe have a quick look at Broom there.
I was just watching. Let's have a quick look at Broom.
I'll keep an eye on the podium battle for now. Got Privet in front. Privet was going to get out of the way on the straight, I'd imagine. Yeah, doesn't hesitate.
Skunky is now just drawn right up onto the back of Broom. Then Broom goes deep. And he goes deep again. That's going to let Skunky bite. She's going to give up the inside. What a cut from Skunky there. That was like rallycross. There we go. That was always going to get that job done there. Tries to get the toe.
He's got that under control at the moment as they approach another lap, so it's going to be 2 more laps to go because Jones is just starting his penultimate lap now, so it's 3 minutes 20. He'll do that one. Start the last lap after.
Trackware in the chat also seen Skunky's abuse of the track limits. It was such a great angle we caught on camera of him just.
Broom's not let him go though, he's still there.
Yeah, this may be his chance to have a go at Zielikowski.
Yeah. Follow him through.
Jones just driving away with this. Luke second.
Gillies now 1.7 ahead.
Yeah.
2 more laps and he's got his first podium after 10 seasons of Intercon.
On possibly the most difficult night.
Well, let's not jinx him.
Skunky right up onto Zielikowski. He's chasing him down the straight now. He's got the light hit. I don't know if he flashed the lights there or it's just a weird camera angle we get, but
definitely been one of Hickman's best races with us as well. So he's got to complete it, but he's in a nice position.
It's a nice position, but and yeah, we've had some of the Hickman specials out there, sideways.
Skunky putting big pressure on Zielikowski.
He's just got better turning. You can just see when car changes direction, it's just a bit snappier.
Got traffic in front, Sexton.
Zielikowski now defending, he's just compromising him a bit more.
Is he going to do the same to Zielikowski?
Oh, I thought he was. He was getting close enough. He wasn't quite rallycross. He's going to try and go down the inside here, but I think Zielikowski will. He's going to try and cut back on him here. Good little battle
Sexton's there in front. Yeah.
Sexton will surely just get out of the way of this.
I would have thought he'd done it by now, so I don't think he was.
Tell you what, the Aston's got a bit of speed down the straight. Even with the toe, Skunky couldn't get up on the back of him.
Leaders on final lap.
Last lap then.
Jones starting the final lap. Oh, Sexton's right in the way here. Has he got... Oh, he's got right out of the way. Good driving by him. Zielikowski lives another few corners. Broom's having a go back at...
We've seen a few times when Zielikowski's not the easiest man to overtake, because he holds a good steady line, and
he's had a bit of an unlucky season. The times, like, specifically thinking Brands maybe, where it looked like he had a bit about him. I think he got collected.
I think we had that race where we had to redo quali as well, and I think he had quite a good first time in quali, I think. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's M2. He seems to be doing well, but so this is probably his best GT4 result, I guess. So Gilly's 2.4 ahead. It's in the bag if he can just keep it facing the right way.
God, are you trying to jinx him? Still watching Skunky trying to get by Zielikowski. Broom's just keeping a watching brief. I'm just trying to see where Jones is, so I want to catch him across the line, and we'll see that. This is Skunky's favourite little section here. The sort of first sector. He just seems to have it hooked up here. And then the rallycross corner. He's just trying to put Zielikowski off, but Zielikowski's just hitting apexes. Here we go now though. He's going to get level here, and we're going to see the rallycross move, I think. There we go. There it is. Zielikowski goes a bit deep. It's all going to be who's... Oh, great job from Zielikowski. Don't want to come off these guys, but I want to catch the leader come across the line here. So is Broom going to have a go at Skunky here? As he tries to line up Zielikowski, he's not close enough.
Jones coming over the line then for the win.
And we got Jones, lights blazing, great win. Then we're going to have Luke. Oh, what a moment there into the last corner.
Gillies comes to the last corner.
Here he comes. Gillies for the podium.
He's done it.
He's done it. He's got the podium. The lights are flashing. Then we have Kinsey in 4th. Hickman's going to be 5th, and he is. Then we've got Thomas coming through 6th. Good race for him. Probably he'll be disappointed with that. He shouldn't be. Then we got Skunky's by Zielikowski. And then Broom tried to put a move on Zielikowski.
Oh, he's almost lost it, but he's collected it up again. Barcher's not close enough to take advantage of that, so Broom should recover, get 9th.
Broom will, so we have Skunky 7th, Zielikowski 8th, Broom 9th, and it's going to be Barcher 10th. Then, oh my god, look at Goldie's car.
Yeah, I don't think he's had a fun
Now has the build,
fun night.
It now has the panel gaps of a Tesla. That's what he's driving. So it's going to be Goldie. Is he just cruise? And then Armstrong, Privet, and Sexton. He's the only one still out there. So, oh god, Gilly's celebration appeared to have him on his side in the Armco. But yeah, so we got
yeah, quite a funny race. Good little race for. I mean, I don't know what it would have been like if there was a bigger grid. It might have been quite a fun race. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I was going to say it worked out well. So congrats to Jones first, Luke 2nd, Gillies 3rd.
I think what happened is someone smashed into Gillies by the looks of his message in Discord and almost put him out of the track.
You'll not be caring about that though. He has the podium, the elusive podium. But anyway, we'll call it there. Thanks for joining us, and see you on
Thursday for the final round at M2. So yeah, looks like it's probably going to be at Brands Hatch, but Valencia if it works. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you then.
Okay, yep. Catch you later.